Marshawn Kneeland's cause of death was ruled as a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to the authorities who responded to the scene after a late-night vehicle chase. The police reported that his car crashed during the pursuit, and after he ran from the vehicle, he was later found in a nearby area with a fatal gunshot wound. It was something no one expected, something that shocked not only his fans but everyone who had known him. His passing created a silence in the sports world that felt heavy, especially for those who had shared life with him behind the cameras, behind the practices, and away from the stadium crowds. I knew Marshawn personally. He was one of my closest friends, someone I had trained with, someone I had learned from. We spent hours together during off-season workouts, pushing each other when the drills got long, laughing whenever someone messed up a rep, sharing ideas about what the future could look like. He was the kind of friend you didn't even realize you depended on until he wasn't there anymore. He was focused, determined, quiet when he needed to be, funny when he wanted to be, and serious about everything that mattered to him. That's why hearing about his death hit differently, because I understood how much he carried, how hard he worked, and how much he wanted to keep moving forward. Now the funeral plans have been revealed, and the update makes it clear that this will be one of the most emotional gatherings his community has seen in years. The guest list is long, filled with current and former teammates, coaches, college friends, family members, and people who watched him grow from a young athlete to a rising NFL player. His burial place has also been confirmed. The family decided he will be laid to rest in his home state, close to the neighborhood where he grew up and close to the people who shaped him. They want him home, surrounded by everything familiar and peaceful. Even though his NFL career was still young, Marshawn had already created a name that people respected. He entered the league as a second-round pick and quickly proved that he was more than just potential. He showed effort, commitment, and hunger. He showed up early to practice, stayed late, worked late nights in the gym, and never stopped believing that he could go further. He talked often about wanting to make his family proud, especially his mother, who had passed away just before he made it to the NFL. He wore her ashes in a necklace during games, saying it made him feel like she was right there with him on the field. He wanted to honor her with everything he did, and that kept him going on the tough days. Our friendship grew stronger during those quiet nights of training when the world felt far away. He would open up about things he rarely talked about publicly, his fears, his dreams, his hopes for the future. He wanted to build something meaningful. He wanted to help kids from back home, to start youth programs, to show people that success didn't have to come from a big city or a fancy school. It could come from anywhere, even from someone like him, who worked with whatever he had and didn't stop. The funeral will reflect that impact. The ceremony is expected to begin with a private service for the family. Only those closest to him will enter that part. His girlfriend, who was expecting their first child, his siblings, cousins, childhood friends, and a few selected teammates. His girlfriend will be surrounded by her family and his, supported as she prepares to raise their child without him physically present. This detail has added another layer of sadness to the situation, as people know his child will grow up hearing stories instead of memories. Outside, a larger group of attendees will gather for the public memorial that follows. Fans, community members, and people who watched him rise in his career will stand together. Some will bring signs with his jersey number. Others will wear Cowboys gear or the college jersey he wore before entering the NFL. Those who coached him in high school will talk about how he was always the last to leave practice. His college coaches will speak about the leadership qualities he carried, even when he wasn't aware of them. Teammates from the Dallas Cowboys will arrive in coordinated suits, some carrying flowers, others silent with grief. They will share stories of what he was like in the locker room, during film sessions, and in the moments when no cameras were around. The burial place chosen by his family is a peaceful cemetery near the field where he played his first years of organized football. This is where he learned to run, where he learned discipline, where he learned the meaning of teamwork. Now it will be the place where he is laid to rest for the final time. The grave will have a simple but strong headstone with his full name, his birth year and death year, his jersey number, and the words, "Forever in our hearts." The cemetery has already prepared a section for visitors because fans from around the country are expected to travel there in the coming months. As the funeral service continues, a tribute video will be played, showing moments from his early days, clips of his time at college, footage of his NFL games, and small personal moments captured by family and friends. There will be photos of him smiling, laughing, working out, interacting with fans, signing autographs, and spending time with the people he loved. The video will end with a photo of him standing on the field, head slightly raised, eyes focused, looking like he always looked, ready for whatever came next. The guest list includes not just sports figures, but people many fans never knew he helped. Youth coaches he supported financially, kids he mentored privately, families he assisted quietly. Marshawn never posted everything he did online. He believed real help didn't need an audience. When people step forward to talk about how he changed their lives, it will surprise many. But that was who he was. Someone who used what he had to lift others up. Speakers will take turns sharing memories. His best friend from college will talk about the time they drove overnight to a tryout with barely any gas money. His childhood neighbor will talk about how he used to help older residents carry groceries. A former teammate will talk about his work ethic, saying, "He pushed all of us. He made us better." A coach will mention the way Marshawn stayed humble, even when attention grew. His family members will speak last, describing him as a loving son, a loyal brother, and a man who always kept his promises. The funeral will close with a moment of quiet reflection, as everyone stands together and the family lowers the casket into the ground. Many people will cry, others will bow their heads, and some will simply stand frozen, still trying to understand how a life with so much future could end so suddenly. The pain will be real, but so will the love and respect. After the burial, people will remain at the cemetery for a long time. Some will leave flowers, others will touch the gravestone gently. His teammates will stand together for a group prayer. His girlfriend will sit beside the grave, supported by family members. And the rest of the crowd will slowly begin to walk away, carrying their memories of him with them. Marshawn Kneeland's funeral is more than a goodbye. It is a reminder of how deeply one life can touch others. It is a celebration of his dreams, his effort, his growth, and the love he gave. His story doesn't end here. It continues through the people who loved him, the child who will one day learn about him, and the community he inspired. He may be gone, but the mark he left behind will last forever.